I want to talk about what is going on with China, its infiltration of the United States. I'm seeing more and more evidence of infiltration into the educational system, not just in America, but in the Pentagon by the Chinese Communist Party. I'm now looking at this story by the Daily Caller that says a Chinese venture capital firm named Primavera owns Tutor.com. Tutor.com has a contract with the Pentagon, a long-standing, to educate military members' children, and even members of our military who are getting degrees. This is a problem that we would have this kind of infiltration into our government by a company controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. But folks, let's be clear about something. This is everywhere inside the United States, inside our government, our farmland, our critical infrastructure. Yes, there's TikTok. So let's break all of this down. And to do it, I want to bring in our friends over at the new federal state of China.
Thank you, Grant. Always an honor to be on the show with you.
All right. So I guess the broad takeaway from everything I just mentioned there is the Chinese CCP tentacles reach far and wide into the United States. You and I have talked about that. Other members of the new federal state of China and I have talked about that. We know the whistleblowers prove that you have with your organization. And now we see Tutor.com, potentially very close ties to the CCP. They deny it, of course, but close ties to the CCP, specifically their CEO, who also denies ties, this gentleman named Fred Hu, H-U. But this is a problem. If Tutor.com is educating our children, what are they putting into the education?
Well, absolutely, Grant. Well, first of all, if you look at where the funds of Primavera goes to, you'll find that Primavera also invested in the mother company of TikTok, which is ByteDance, which is a state company controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. You look at these hedge funds and these capital ventures based in Hong Kong, these ventures were actually funded by the Chinese Communist Party or the white gloves families of the CCP. And therefore, they invested their ventures and capitals into companies that can be directly controlled by the CCP. What's a problem here today is that in the United States, CCP not only controlled educational websites like Tutor.com, they've also injected their own networks and professors into your elite schools in these Ivy schools. You look at the student associations, you look at the guest speakers and guest professors that they invited from Communist China as visiting professors. These are the potential risks and in fact, ongoing risks for our generations to be infiltrated and influenced by the CCP.
One of the ways they get those speakers in and professors in is they give tremendous amounts of money, millions of dollars to these universities across the country to push indoctrination.